your girl Jaylah from Cultura, and I'm here with my lovely ladies who just got off a panel. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous that I didn't get to talk and ask questions. And that's why I'm gonna start with Natalie. Normally I'm the question asker, so now I'm gonna ask you a question. What does tech taboos but maturing mean to you? Meaning, like, how can we grow from those tech taboos?
Absolutely. To me, maturing is asking the right questions and feeling empowered to make sure that you feel safe enough to ask those right questions. Because I think that's what kind of shoots us in the foot. We're in these spaces where we don't necessarily think that we're worthy to be in. So we get scared. What happens, right? We clam up and we just, we're the seen but not heard kids.
Yeah,
right?
Go with the flow.
Right? Or we go with the flow and we don't feel as empowered to speak up and ask questions in a meeting, or maybe pitch your ideas to why you think, your idea would be better for a process or a sales pitch or whatever the case may be. And just don't be scared to ask the right questions. Even if you think it's going to make you look stupid. I promise you, there is no, even when they used to teach us when we were younger, right? There's no question that's stupid.
There is
just
no
ask
question.
them.
I absolutely love that, because that's kind of how I'm flowing through tech, because, coming from the entertainment industry, it's completely different. So going and pivoting this way, I have to ask a lot of questions, right? You guys are more knowledgeable than I am. When I do panels, when I do all these things, it's me actually learning also along the way.
That's right.
And I love it because it's so raw and natural, because yes, there are so many tech people, but there's so many people that might want to be in tech that don't know. So I think that raw, authenticity and that type of advice is so important, because they might have it in wherever they're at right now, right? If they're in the medical field, if they're in real estate, if they're whatever they are, they might have that ooh, I got this. But going into and pivoting into a new role or trying to get into tech is scary, because you don't want to sound realistically, when you hear tech, it's these people are really smart. And I don't feel smart enough. So it's how do you feed that? So the question goes to you as well. What is one of those tech taboos, especially as a mom, with 3 kids? 4. Oh my goodness. 4. I lost one along the way.
It's easy to do.
So with 4 kids,
Don't worry,
single mom,
I'm here.
and entrepreneur in the tech space, what is one of those taboos that you want to see really mature, what you feel?
So maturing to me is demanding what you want in the space and doing that authentically. So I think it's 2-part, because I think it's easy to do the whole code switch. It's easy to kind of say, I'm going to come in and assimilate to this environment. But I do feel like it's important to still be yourself. And whatever that looks like, and it's really difficult to do, and sometimes it's scary to say, I'm going to show up in this gold outfit and,
Be
I'm
who
going to
I
show up
am.
and be who I am, because how is it going to be received? But you have to be authentic, and you also have to demand what you want. That means demand what salary you want, demand the contract, demand the marketing, demand
The team.
right? The team, and be okay with that. And be okay, I think, especially as women, be okay with silence.
Yeah.
There's power in the pause.
Power in
You're last but not least, baby.
Yeah, so what comes to mind for me, and what I think maturing is standing firm on that you belong in the space. My mom always used to say that whatever God has for you is for you. So that gives me a confidence in knowing that whatever my lived experiences are, those skill sets that only I possess, there is a space within the tech industry where that will fit.
And I love that you say that, because that's something for the last 3 years I've been hearing in my life. And I still feel that imposter syndrome, where it's people ask me oh, what do you do? And it's bro, you're a founder.
Exactly.
Say it. your, like,
Say it with your
say it with
chest.
your soul,
Say it
like,
with your chest.
you know what I'm saying? And it's hard, it's really hard to like do that and like really like stand firm, you know, especially because as women of color, we know the discipline that we've had from our very strict, old school thinking families, that it's kind of hard to step out of your box. Everybody wants you in a box. So what we do, what we're creating as women, as founders, as creatives, because I also, and that's one of the things I love about tech, that for me tech is, that's why I love it so much, because it's creatives just as much as I am. It's just a different language, right? It's trying to just figure out what that understanding is between the creative world and like the tech world. And there is a really happy marriage in that.
There is.
And you know, you
That's
brought
what I
that
was
up
saying.
in your panel earlier. It's like, where do you fit in this? You know, and there are, like for me, I found my lane in the sense of, okay, I can help produce events. I can help culture these founders that need to be on camera, that don't know how to be on camera. Because that is the thing.
Somebody is planning these conferences.
Yeah,
We have a whole events
conferences.
team, okay?
You know, so like,
In our
I
Congress.
really appreciate
Yes.
all the value that you ladies bring to the table. You guys bring such a high value and such a high voice for women in tech. And I know this is only the beginning for all of us. And we're gonna get to so many high levels, and I hope that in 3 years, we could come back and sit here and talk about all the greatness that we have not only created, but made, and the change that we've made in this world for not only women, but for people of color in tech. So thank you guys so much. My amazing women that I have on Team Cafe Cultura, it's your girl Jaylah, and we'll see you soon.
Can we cue start a
Bring it in, ladies.
Cue that.